today. These are for the premium subscribers only, and also talk about the trades that we've been holding on to, waiting for them to come back, which is like the SOXL, the OKLL. And if you've looked at those today and yesterday, we've seen them pop. SOXL today was up 27%. I feel good about those. MUU still holding. And last week we had the opportunity and the fortune of making 22.5%. This is from a client. I always like to put client testimonial / just text messages that I get. Remember, you can always text me, always call me. I'm available at any time. So we talked a little bit about how last week and the week before's trades were lacking. They were down about 25% on average. Still have massive confidence in them. And again, if you saw this week so far, they're getting back up into close to the green. And remember, with the SOXLs and the NVDLs and the MUUs of the world, they often go on runs, typically trading 2 or 3 or 4, really 5 days in a row often, and that's with the double-digit percentages, which is actually we've actually seen so far this week, which is great. The new trades I want to put out. Please remember, by the way, if you're a safe, more safe investor, and you have a hard time stomaching seeing the short-term losses, always put a 10% Everbullish trailing stop limit. That was a bit of a typo there. Those stop limits will really save you, and they can actually help out, you know, the psychology of all of this. In my case, I'm letting them run. I just can't stand to get whipsawed, and I don't think there's a lot of chance of these stocks being at their all-time highs, so I believe we will and should profit very, very soon on those. The trades for this week, ORCX, this is a triple, so we're kind of doubling down on that tech in that semiconductor space because of the sell-off. If you have cash available, maybe the money that you made from the oil trade, be sure that, you know, to remember that you can re-stratify them across the rest of your account. I'm going to be buying back in. I recommend it here to buy back in to WTI. So that's our best bet. This is going to be very similar to the OILU. This is a play that I've been talking about in the market updates and elsewhere. These have been pretty much rock solid, and we've made money almost on every single one throughout the year. I think we have on every single one. And this is just the 2 times the spot price of oil per barrel. Last week we had a fall from 90s to 79 per barrel. Whenever I put this out, it's roughly the same today. And we're going to just rinse and repeat that. This is a very obvious one, the geopolitical stuff going on. I don't think any more needs to be said. PLTZ, this is the short on Palantir. I think that Palantir is a perfect weight against the tech trades that we have. So we're reducing the amount of R squared, or the amount of correlation, only to the positive side. So this is basically a hedge. We're going to make some in this, and we're going to probably get out pretty soon. If any of you guys want to cash out around 10 or 12%, 15%, feel free to do so. PLTZ is one of those that, again, trades opposite the market. And if we have a big run up in the market, this ought to do very well because it is the short side of Palantir. Going to another trade, we got, I put PLTZ on there twice apparently. ORCX, this is one of my favorites right now. Oracle, this is a triple on Oracle. This is a leveraged ETF, obviously, and Oracle's had some nasty sell-offs. It's a great company. The balance sheets are awesome. Recently, they've had a great earnings report, and this is all chart-based. So when we talk about our charts, I'm looking at the year-to-date, so just a little bit over 6 months. When you see a sell-off like this in a company that's so very solid and a lot of down running days, I want to take a look at the MACD. And remember, MACD is when these 2 moving averages start converging again. Typically, if you kind of look back on the chart, they converge and then they go up, and then they flip to where the shorter term, or the longer term rather, moving average is on top, which is right here where my mouse is, and then got wide, and then again, while it got wide, we had the sell-off, and now they're converging again and getting close. This may be a 2 to 3 week hold on a trade, but this will make us some money. I'm very positive about that. And as always, remember, we like an RSI below 50. We like it around 30. That's about as low as they can go. And we like to sell around 70. Looking back, just for the lesson there and the charting there, once we got up around 70, that's when the sell-off happened. So now we have two confirmations, right? We have the MACD, which is these two lines right here. I have a video on this. If you want to go back on the YouTube, you can learn a little bit more about this. We also have the confirmation on the MACD, and we also have the chart leveling off with everything converging. So this is a big one right now. I think that that's going to be a perfect trade for us, and it'll get us much more back from where we are with the tech trades that sold off over the last 2 weeks. And again, those are up now. Those are up for the week and growing up to where our basis was. So maybe we can hit a 5-bagger on this one. Best bet again, WTIU, the spot price on oil. Everything else is going to be gravy. Let's keep watching. Again, if you're a more risk-off investor, well, if you're a risk-off investor, you probably shouldn't be in this strategy, but you can always put your stop limits as tight as you want. I'm letting it roll, again, as I said, but we're trading somewhat hedged anyway with the PLTZ, so that's really just kind of what I have for the week. I hope that you guys please reach out with any questions, and let's keep making some money and get those positions that are negative back up to positive, and then have these run too. That's all I got, guys. Appreciate everything, and we will be in touch. Videos coming soon.